Last time that maybe hopes that he'll have to get these remaining reds in play. You can go on the keyboard between, almost in the gap between the two that are below the pink there, and you'll screw into them. You can just sort of part the red that way. You can get that zip on the keyboard, which he's accustomed to.
59.
Not the end of break, and we saw what happened in the previous frame when he got in first, didn't make enough. Billy was sort of waiting to pounce.
Tron 59. Well, we're here for sure. 59. It's a useful lead. There's plenty on though.
Hey, hello, D Rose. I know it's late for you. I'm kind of surprised you joined tonight. You having that insomnia tonight? Is that normal for you? Or I mean, well, I know it's not normal, but like, do you get that pretty often? Wow, we got 4 viewers already. Wow! And I just started 2 minutes ago. Okay. So, I know I am streaming late, but it is a Saturday night. A lot of people stay up late anyways, but the reason why I'm streaming late is because I did some things earlier with my grandpa. We were watching that billiards streams. Yeah. Hanging out with him. Played more pool. Yep. And watching a channel called Billiards TV, watching professional players play, you know. And he also likes to watch fighting sports, ring sports, like anything fighting, he likes that. So I was showing him this thing on YouTube. It's called, so last night we watched kickboxing, and earlier we watched bare knuckle fighting championships on YouTube. Yes. Yo, that's a crazy fighting league. Bare knuckle fighting championship, aka BKFC. Yeah. Their next pay-per-view is, it's either the 20th or the 27th. I think it's the 27th of January. It's on a Friday night, so I'll keep my eye on that. Sometimes it happens even though you work and exercise and go to school. Oh, so you work and go to school? Huh. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot going on. Alright. But, I see, alright, so I'm streaming late tonight because I want to finish the Cruising Texas event, which ends tomorrow. at 5:59 p.m. for me, Central Time. Because SCS software is in the Czech Republic, so they are 6 hours ahead of me. And I can't do this tomorrow, is because I have something else to do. So might as well do it now, right? Before it's too late. So let's get to the game here. I know I've been streaming a lot of this game for the past month, so I want to apologize for that, for those of you that don't really like it. But if you like this game, yeah, more action for you. Yep. Like I should be streaming other games, but I keep doing this game because it's my favorite game right now, ever. PC game, Steam game. This is the game I play the most right now. That's why I stream this the most. Because of they have, I had to finish the Christmas event, last week or the week before, and tonight I'm going to finish the Texas event. Hey, hello, Cool for Rock and Roll. You're back. Phil. Great to see you again. Sorry you took off last night and never came back as you promised. You're back now. Your apologies. Hey, it's all cool, man. I understand. Plans change, Something else that happens to everyone. Something comes up and you can't do it, No worries, man. It's hard to tune in every stream, It's going great. Going great. Who won? Who won last night? Grandpa won. He won the series. He won the best of 7 series. Yep. Grandpa's tough at pool, man. But we have fun. That's all that matters. We had fun. Great time. Alright, let's see here.
The only good use for Leo Skilling is the blue
Cruising Texas event.
Marker helping him here.
Alright, get rid of this. The Christmas stuff. What else here?
A bit less. Oh, sorry, on the side. Well, yeah, good. Yeah.
I forgot what my truck looks like. I think it's the paint job is with like a city, skyscrapers and stuff. I'll look at it. Alright. USA Company trailers. Actually, wait, let's do this one first. There we go. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Why not add the Australia Day? Because that's coming up. It's coming up. Let me look it up. Yep. And I did tell you that I have more unreleased videos with him, so eventually I'll upload those, or premiere them, if it's long enough to premiere. Let's see. Australia Day 2023 is on Thursday, January 26th. Okay, well, Australian Open is tomorrow night, day 1.
So now it really is anyone's fun, mate. Points in it.
It's a tennis tournament, for those of you that don't know.
Trump, as I say, had the chance for 3-0, missed that red. Been cleared up in this frame, he lost position.
Okay, that's good. Confirm changes. 20 mods, level 28. Let's go.
Yeah, this guy Jack plays a good shot. And that was quite difficult to hit because the left cushion is dropped by the
Again, I'm sorry that
to go
it seems like I'm streaming this game too many times.
to swerve it, I think. Playing with left hand side.
You know, eventually I want to stream other games. I think the next time I'll stream this game will be early February, because this game came out. This game came out on February 2nd, 2016. And we are approaching the 7-year mark. Oh, my webcam froze, but I don't know if that's happening to the stream for you guys. Actually, wait, I can check my stream right now on my phone. Is it doing that? Oh, it's not. Okay, it was only doing it on my computer. But yeah, this game is almost 7 years old already. But when this game first came out, there were only 2 states, California and New Mexico. Or no, Nevada. And now look at all the states. Look at all the states. Oh, I'm not in Texas now. I think it's because I added a mod. Dang it. Do I have to drive all the way to Texas and then do the Texas event? Maybe.
I think both players understand the importance of this little exchange with one mistake surely going to be costing a good frame.
So, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what my truck looks like. That looks perfect for Texas. You know, Texas. Bunch of huge cities. The American Eagle. Okay, it's Saturday, 12:17 a.m. Mother Trucker doing okay, I think. Progress history. Over 100 hours of playing time. This is real time. Driven distance over 50,600 miles. Deliveries finished 112. I have not canceled a delivery in a while, so that's great. Alright, so yeah, Christmas Reflections is complete. So I have 3 more cruising Texas deliveries to do. And I think they're all going to be kind of long deliveries because you have to deliver to or from 15 different cities in Texas. Oh wow, so I do have to drive all from Los Angeles all the way to Texas. Unless if I can maybe load the game. Can I load the game? No, I cannot. This is from January 1st, 2023. Oh well.
Always too thin, that's wasn't it? A lot of moving parts with Jack Trump these days.
Let me see something. What if I remove those 2 mods again? Will it? I don't think that's gonna change anything. It might not. What do we have? We still have the Christmas ones. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna put me back in Texas if I pretend nothing happened. I think it's too late, but I'll go for it. I'll go for it. I'll go for it. Okay. Because my headquarters is in Los Angeles.
So far in the event, even so, he knows it could have been 2 each there.
Yes, autosave. Yes, thank you. Load. Yes, okay. I think we might be in Texas now. Let's hope. Look at that bridge. That's in Twin Falls, Idaho?
He could have been 4-0, but he'll be relieved.
That's real?
Advantage stripping and you saw
Well, it's got to be real. Sorry if that my mic's a little loud. Let me turn that down. I'll have to look that up on Google Maps. Oh, okay. You're back. You had to shave. Oh, you have like a beard now? I don't really. Well, I have hair on my face. It's like, I guess technically I have a beard, but you can barely see it. But you can obviously see this mustache a little bit. Some people they grow their beard like early, and some people they don't get a beard until after they turn 21. It's weird, like everyone's different. Okay, are we in Texas? Please. Yes! Okay, sorry. I got a little excited. We're back in Texas. Alright, so 3 deliveries left to finish this. So all the ones that are highlighted in gold, those are the cities that I've been to. The ones in gray are the ones I've never been to. So we got 3 more deliveries to go. And 2 cities I want to go to are Houston and Galveston. And I've been to those 2 cities in real life. You barely have a beard. You're 17, and you have a mustache, a stubble around your chin, so you trimmed it up. Oh, okay. Nice. Wow, 6 viewers! Hello, 6 viewers? Let's hope none of them are trolls. Well, if they are, they would already do their thing and leave. So yeah, I want to go to Houston and Galveston, because I've been to those 2 cities in real life, and I want to see what it looks like. And I guess the 3rd city might be Beaumont. And yeah, we've been to Dallas, we've been to Austin, San Antonio, the 3 other huge cities. How many cities are there in Texas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. That's almost double the amount. Yes, I have trolls. I thought you knew that. What are they and what do they do? Well, I don't know who those trolls are, but they always click dislike, no matter what. It's always 1 or 2 dislikes. No matter what I upload or live stream, they just do it, and they never comment. So I guess they're not haters. You know? They're just trolls, and it's sad that a lot of YouTubers get that. Alright. Browse contracts. So where are we going to first? It's either Houston or Galveston. Whatever pops up first. Okay, Houston. Alright, we're delivering flour. Flour. Let's go. Can I travel to Louisiana? Unfortunately, Louisiana is not in this game. It would, because, hey, I live in Louisiana. Okay, oh, look at this. It's now midnight in this game. It's almost midnight for you. Both of you, D Rose and Cool for Rock and Roll, because y'all live in Eastern time, right? I have to rest in 6 hours. Wow, that's right before sunrise. And sleep all day. Perfect. Okay, so we gotta go get the trailer. Here we go. Wait, where the hell am I? Wait, I'm in the middle of the road? Why am I in the middle of the road? Was it like that in my last stream? Is this where I stopped? No way. That might be a glitch. Alright, well, okay. It's like I fell asleep or something. Okay, let's get off here. Nope.
14 minutes.
I can't believe we have 6 viewers this late. I mean, that's great. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay, 2-lane highway. Okay, no traffic, which makes sense because it's too late. Sorry that I can't read your chat right now. It's hard to do it while you're driving. I will read it eventually. Okay, we're almost there for the trailer. And off to Houston we go after that. Oh, hello, trucker, fellow trucker. Oh, wait, that's a different kind of truck. Still. Yeah, you go a lot faster without a cargo, obviously. Alright, almost there. And it's where? Oh, right there, right there. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see in the dark. I could have my high beams on. So I'm gonna try and do these as fast as I can. I mean, when I say fast, I don't want to go super fast. Unlike my friend Brad, if you remember him. I gotta do this camera. It's so hard. I don't like this. This is what I don't like about this game. Why is it so dark, but if you look on my mirror, you can see what's happening. Oh gosh. What the heck? I don't understand that. If you guys play this game, how come it's so hard to see that trailer, but you can see it well on my right mirror? And I look, there's not a setting that I can change that. That's stupid. I mean, like, come on. These lights are not bright enough. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Good thing it tells you which one it is. Okay. Am I doing the Easter Bunny tracker stream and Santa tracker stream? You're already asking me about the Santa one? Easter's on April 9th. Okay, well, you and some other person, Acermoney456, that's his name. You are the only two that asked me to do the Easter Bunny tracking stream. I mean, I've never done it before, because I always forget it's a thing, but maybe I might finally do it. Yeah, I might try and do it. It'll be kind of weird, though, you know. I don't know why that's a thing. Easter Bunny tracking stream? I don't understand that. Oh well. I've never seen it before. So, don't know what to expect. Maybe I might do it. I usually I don't really do anything for Easter except having a nice dinner. That's the only thing we do on Easter. So, all right, let's see here. We're going on. This is a Texas Route 35. We're going on this Texas Road 35. Wow, we're gonna be on here for a while. And oh well, technically this is part of Houston. Look how big Houston is. And Galveston's right down there. Alright. Hey! Ace Romani 456, how you doing? You said, we ute up? I think you meant to say what's up. Hey, Acer, D Rose just asked me if I'm gonna do the Easter Bunny tracking stream this year. How do I get out of here? Is this the gate that opens? I think so, yeah. Is it just like the Santa tracking stream except it's only Easter Bunny, Easter stuff? Oops, you're gonna have to wait. It's a long ass cargo. Is that a police officer? Oh no. I think the next holiday after MLK is Valentine's Day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to me it's not a holiday, Valentine's Day, because if it was, or if it is, there wouldn't be no school. You know, like Thanksgiving, no school. Christmas, no school. MLK Day, no school. Labor Day, no school. Oh gosh. Well, that's okay, I can turn around. What else? Labor Day, no school. President's Day, no school. In most states. In Louisiana, we don't get that day off. President's Day, because we have Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is a Louisiana culture holiday thing. And that's usually in February. Like mid or late February. It's different every year. And I think, hold on. Wait. Let's see this video camera. Is it right here? It's like we're in the middle of nowhere. Let's see what this is. Oh, you can't see anything. Well, this might be a fail. The city of Corpus something.
27 minutes without potting a ball because there was a ball over a pocket.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Halloween.
Half an hour. So I don't think this is sort of frame many people would predict.
But
obviously,
yeah. Oh wow, look at this. What is that place?
Gets on the blue, of course. Sean Burley could have got on the green.
But yeah, Mardi Gras.
Not in the yellow.
Every year it's not the same date, Mardi Gras and Easter. You know how Easter is not always on a specific date, like Halloween and Christmas and Valentine's Day, it's always on the same date. Not Easter. Every year Easter is on a different date. Sometimes Easter is early, in March. Sometimes it's late. So if Easter's on April 9th, Mardi Gras is probably going to be in mid-February. Maybe the Tuesday after Valentine's Day is my guess. Or the Tuesday after that. Yeah. Oh, that's a ESPN notification.
as we said earlier, if Spear was plotted by being there'll be 13 in front, then it could end up a respawn. It's considered an oddity of a frame. 40 minutes long there.
Yes, it's a test of everything. Concentration, temperament.
Yeah, Easter Bunny is similar to the Santa Tracker in terms of delivering gifts to kids, which are the Easter eggs. Speaking of holidays, the most hated holiday in the world is Valentine's Day. Because you know why. I don't know why, actually. Is it because it's like the silliest holiday of all? I don't know. Okay, let's get out of here. Can I just go straight, or do I have to back up? Don't tell me I have to back up. Oh, okay, good. I don't have to. Alright, you go ahead, sir. There you go. See, I'm a kind driver. Unlike a lot of people. Especially in South Louisiana. Too many people live here. You know, and the reason why is because of Hurricane Katrina. That's what messed it all up. Is when too many people left New Orleans because of the hurricane. What is that place right there? I really don't know. Okay. Alright, enjoy the adventure, everyone. Road work ahead. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Slow down. Just in case. What kind of... Oh! Stop, stop, stop! Even though no one's here, you still gotta stop. And I didn't stop. Oh well. I would have stopped if it was in real life. Because single people are jealous for not having a Valentine. And people who do have Valentines spend a lot of money on their loved one. Oh, right. That is true. That's true. Didn't thought of that. Lucky for me, I have nothing to worry about because I am single and I am not jealous. So, yay! Would you like to be my Valentine, please? I remember in elementary school, Valentine's Day was kind of a thing that we do every year. It is kind of weird, but it's kind of fun. Okay, 75 miles per hour on this Texas 35, whatever this is, okay? It's like a special Texas road. Texas Roadhouse, the restaurant. I haven't been to that restaurant in a long time. And every time we do, it's always busy and crowded. It's kind of a madhouse. Oh, speed limit dropped. Is there gonna be a traffic light? I think so. Oh, nope, stop sign. We have to stop. Okay, slow the hell down. Turn right. Oh, that flashlight is flashing. Or, I said flashlight is flashing. I meant to say that stop sign is flashing, so you know that it's there. No, it's because we have school just like Halloween, except when it's on a weekend. Oh yeah, you're right. But Halloween's better. To me, it's always better than Valentine's Day. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. Looks like no one coming, right? Okay. Looks like I am gonna make it before we have to rest. Yup, we will. We will. Got almost a full tank of gas, so we're good. We're good. Whoa. No traffic light? That's weird. We're going old school. This is old school. Oh, look at the... got KFC and Target. This is weird that there's no traffic light. There should be. And, of course, there's quite a bit of traffic at 2 a.m. What are y'all doing? Where are y'all going to, or where are y'all coming from at 2 a.m.? Truckers are only acceptable. Oh, hello, bus. Okay, hello, bus. I have the game called Bus Driver. I used to play that game so much when I was a kid. I will make a video one day, whenever I can. It's another driving game, except you drive a bus. It's a pretty old game from 2007. Yeah. Alright. It's stupid and it makes them feel insecure, but they need to know to improve and love your family and friends. That's indeed. So D Rose, you saw my NFL playoff prediction video, and I just heard that the Jacksonville Jaguars made a big comeback. And it says, oh, what the heck? Oh, it's buffering. Oh, sorry. It says on the notification, it said it's the third largest comeback in playoff history. Wow.
Tennis is beautiful. It's a dance and a gladiator fight. On the court, there's nowhere to hide. No draws, no substitutions. You need personality, power, and finesse.
I will watch the Monday night game because they have Peyton and Eli Manning on, and they have, you know, some great guests. They make it more entertaining. Oh, that truck just ran a red light. That truck just ran a red light. Y'all saw that, right? And it's not like the truck was going so fast. Okay. Yeah, I pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to pull off the upset because they're at home. I think they can do it, and then Stephen A. Smith is going to laugh his ass off when that happens. How about them Cowboys? They shock the world. Yeah, they're gonna shock the world more than what TCU did. Hey, Motel 6. 2 hours left in game time. Heard about the Three Stooges creepypasta called Dead Dunderheads. Do you want to know, or do you know what a creepypasta is, right? No, I don't. I don't know what that is. I assume that's not a food item, because pasta's food. And why do they call it creepypasta? Creepypasta! Pasta! Luigi! Mario! Uh-oh, one lane. Yeah, I saw the box score of that game. Yeah, that's crazy. They came back. I guess that's good. I mean, it's crazy that Jacksonville's in the playoffs to begin with, right? Because every year they suck. So now that they finally don't suck.
Screwing away from the Reds. You see these. There's like this play superb.
It's a story about something demonic. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, can't see anything. Now look, Burger King. Yes. BK. BK. Slow down. You know what? This is one of my questions on my driving test. What do you do when you see a flashing red light? You have to treat it as a four-way stop. Well, no, not a four-way stop, but you have to stop when you see that. Which means it's yellow flashing on the other side. So go when you have a chance. Alright, no one coming. Let's go. Let's go. Wahoo! What's this gas station? Must be a Texas brand. Welcome to Texas. It's almost said taxes. Texas, the state of taxes. We don't mess in Texas. We fight like Texans. Yeah, the Houston Texans. Yeah, they're the new worst team right now. Hey, but Houston is the city of the World Series champions. Yes. Let's see here. Can't see nothing. High beams. Now in real life, you can only use your high beams when there's like hardly any traffic on the road. Which is right now. Road work ahead. Oh boy. Don't hit the cones. Okay. Alright, an hour left. Who here likes NFL? Not me. I'm waiting for the XFL to come back. After that, the USFL. And after that, the CFL. That's when football season begins for me. So only about 1 month to go. 1 month. Yeah. The weekend after the Super Bowl. Yep. Here's an interesting fact. I have not watched a Super Bowl since 2018. Yep, I know that sounds hard to believe, but I'm being honest. When I say that, I'm talking about watching it live. I missed 2019, 2020, 2021, and last year. 4 in a row. I missed 4. I missed the last 4 Super Bowls. And it'll most likely be 5 this year. 5 in a row. Oh, I can make it. I can make it. Yeah, no problem. Yep. I just made it. Just barely made it. I was already going fast. Uh-oh, we got an officer. Uh-oh. This is live on Patrol. Or no, on Patrol Live. The new police show. The new live PD show. I know, I'm getting tired, but whoa! Well, fuck. Dude. Yep, I was screwed no matter what. I was screwed. You saw that? Yep, I hit that trucker. Hey, I'm about to be there. About to be there. Actually, it's not 2 weeks away. It's like a month away, like 4 weeks away, I think. Yes, Houston has been discovered. Finally, the first city in this game that I've been to in real life. So let's see if I know any places. I've been to Minute Maid Park. That's in downtown. That's... Wow, that light turned yellow already. That's okay, I made it. Minute Maid Park is the home of the Houston Astros. I've been to the Toyota Center. That's the home of the Houston Rockets. But I did not go there to see a basketball game. I went there to see a concert. And that concert was during Game 5 of the 2019 World Series, and the Houston Astros were in that World Series, but they weren't playing at home. They were playing in DC. All right, let's make. Wow, I have 26 minutes left to rest. Let's try and make it. Let's try and deliver it. Oh, can I make it here? Wow, this is a very tight squeeze. Oh my gosh, look how tight this is. Oh my goodness. Why is it so tight? Oh, we have to go through here. See, it's so hard to see when you don't see it until you see it. Thank you. The concert is... The band is called Tool. It's a heavy metal band, and oh my gosh, they were killing it. They got one of the best drummers of all time. His name is Danny Carey, and he's like 60 something years old. Yes, excellent. All right, 2 more to go. Yep, 2 more to go. So the next one we're gonna go to is Galveston.
So much table time tonight, despite the scoreline.
Galveston, Texas. Or Waco. I don't know if I've ever been there, but let's find one in Galveston. If there is one. And it doesn't look like there is one, unfortunately. Beaumont? I know we haven't been there. Beaumont. Did I have one in Beaumont? I don't think they do. I could just search it up. Nope, they don't have Galveston. Did I have Beaumont? No, they don't. I don't know if I've already been to Huntsville. You know what? I have to go to my World of Trucks account. Oh wait, no. I took a picture of it so I can check and see if I've been there before. So 2 more to go. Let's see.
In some ways, it's strange to call it a key moment. That was
Alright.
really playing through to the middle because he's likely to be
Victoria?
but that was the sort of stop of the Real
Victoria,
charge.
Texas? What? That's really a city in here?
Quite a few big breaks were in tonight. It's only had 1.5 century since then.
That's not a... I don't see the name Victoria on the map. Oh, it's right here, but... Oh, it's way down here! Okay, have I been there, though? Let me check. Victoria. Yes, I did. Okay, so we can't do that. We can't do that one. Oh, there's Beaumont. But wait, it's a Christmas gift. I don't think that's gonna count.
It's just a big force to take.
I mean, we could try it.
Because to win on the blue is a
Yeah, why not?
tie on the ground.
We're gonna be traveling across Houston anyway, so it might count. Let's find out. See, look, it says the contribution of the cities for this job towards the community goal is completed. But let me go back and see if...
Here he's actually his chance of decreased.
Let's see if it's still...
Shots.
Maybe we can still do it, but let's see. I don't know if it's gonna count. It might, because we've never been to Beaumont. So let's go and see. It's not that far away.
You know, honestly, you might as well just pack the frame in and set them up because.
But first, we have to rest.
Just the last two balls.
World Cup is greater than the Super Bowl. You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you. The World Cup is like the biggest thing in sports for the whole world. Super Bowl, other countries watch it, like England, Canada, Australia. Not very many. So. My country, the USA, yes. They qualified for the World Cup, but they weren't in it in 2018. USA wasn't in it in 2018. So, and they weren't even in the Olympics either. But I like the Women's World Cup more, and so that's this year, the Women's World Cup, because the USA women's team has been great for a long time, really. They've won it 2019, 2015, they won the 2016 gold, I think. 2012 Olympic gold. They're always good. They might be great again this year, so. Yeah. Okay, we have to rest. Where's the nearest rest stop? Looks like we have to go down here. Actually, no, we have to go up. Right? Wait, is our... Oh, our trailer's right there. Okay, we gotta get the trailer. Sometimes it's like that. The trailer is already there where you left off. This is a big place. This place is huge. I know, I'm getting tired, but I have to get this dang trailer. Okay, it's now 6 a.m. Good morning. Good morning, Texas. Oh, Target trailer, Coca-Cola trailer. Okay, it's right here. Alright, Christmas toys, Christmas gifts for 2023. Can I do it? Can I do it like this? I think I can. Yeah. This is why the mirrors help. Without the mirrors, it's impossible, pretty much. And yes. Look how it's gonna light up. Yeah, look at that. World Cup final, most prestigious sporting event. Second would be the Olympics. Third is cricket. Cricket, that's where they hit a ball, right? Like that, it's kind of like baseball. Hey, the World Baseball Classic's coming up in about less than 2 months. it's finally back. The last time they had it was 6 years ago in 2017, and they were supposed to have it in 2021, but COVID happened. They didn't have it last year because they never did the qualifying matches. So that's why it took them 6 years to bring it back. So it's basically the World Cup of baseball, but it's not as big, obviously, as the soccer or football. But I'm looking forward to that. So you got teams like Japan, South Korea. Of course, you got USA, Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbeans, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Yeah. There are not many countries. I think it's only 16 countries. Unlike the FIFA World Cup, where it's, what, like 32, I think? Yeah. Alright, we're going to be traveling across Houston, Interstate 10. Where's the nearest rest stop? I mean, I could just go down here, since it's closer. Or, yeah, it is closer, right? Because there's one right here. That's the second closest. That's gonna take, wow, that's gonna take 2 hours and 13 minutes. Wait, no. We have to go here first. What about down here? Oh, well. I'll just, how many minutes we have left? 7, of course. I'll just go up. We're going up anyways, so... Add new... Okay, that's gotta take 2 hours and 8 minutes. What about down here?
It's a long way back.
Hold on.
But I guess what you can hold on to is that Trump.
Alright, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Been the knee still up his own performance. He's been getting
what do I think the most toxic social media app is? I really don't know, really. The one that I use the most is Twitter. Second is Instagram. Third is Facebook. Well, I don't know if YouTube counts. If YouTube counts, then YouTube's #1. Okay, oh wait. Oh, I have to turn around. Unless if this thing opens. I hope this thing opens. I don't think it will. Come on, open. Ah, you son of a gun. Can't see. Too many truckers. Cargoes. Whatever, I'll get it. I'll get it. Yep. Whoa! You know what? Let's just go all the way around because it's hard to make a U-turn with this thing. Oh, TikTok? I don't have that. I've never done it. I'm never interested in doing it. I don't know why TikTok is so popular. It's so popular. I don't get it. Why does it, I wish it didn't exist. No offense to the TikTok lovers. Don't like TikTok. I don't know how that became so popular. Like, who started that? Like, what's the point, you know? TikTok is weird. I'm just not into that. Oh well. I know, I'm getting tired. I'm trying to find a place to rest again. Whoa! Wait. Oh, come on. I have to go behind that fence? I didn't even notice that was a fence. Seriously, dude. Oh! You better not be... You better not mess this up. I better not mess this up. Hey, it's finally getting daylight. Yay! I need light. Please, I need to see the light. Okay. That's the gate, right? Wait, how do I get out of here? I'll have to go all the way around? To that freaking toll? Whatever that thing's called? How do I get out of here? This is pathetic. This thing's so big, there's just too many trucks and trailers. I think I know what to do. I think I have to go all the way around. Like, right here. Yeah, that's how I get out, right? No. Is it? No. That's the wrong way. What the heck? How do I get out? Is that it right there? I think that's an arrow. Is that an arrow? Yes. Oh my god, this is so tight. Look how tight this is. Oh! Chill! Oh god. Oh my gosh. Come on, bro. How am I supposed to see that? Oh, there's two ways to get... There's two lanes? Okay. I damaged the trailer. I'm gonna lose some money. I'm gonna lose some money. TikTok is popular because of, what is that, apple? Strawberry? And it makes people feel insecure of their appearance. And you still don't know why American football is called football. Yeah, I mean, at least you have the word American in it. I mean, what do you think it should be called then? If I know it's not like... Oh, game. I'm trying to get to a... I'm trying to get to a hotel. Alright, well, we gotta go down here then. Since it's closer. Wait. Okay. Game, be patient. I'm trying to find a place to rest. This is the kind of thing you have to deal with sometimes. Football! Football! It's not called... Because, you know, you always use it with your hands, right? So should it be called handball? Although handball does sound kind of weird as a name. But, you know, you got basketball. Yeah. It makes sense because you shoot it in a basket. I know I'm going the wrong way, but I have to stop for... I gotta rest. I gotta rest. Different names. Hand egg, throw ball, American rugby, and handball. Oh yeah, rugby. Rugby. Australia, they have their own rugby league. Just make sure. Let me just make sure that I'm okay. I'm going the right way. Okay, so I have to go. Okay, just follow the red line, basically, past the gas station. Yeah, rugby with padding and helmets. Yeah, rugby. Doesn't the players? They don't have helmets and padding. They're dressed up like soccer players. Forgot to use your blinker, sir. We're gonna sleep all day, and when we wake up, it's gonna be dark again. We're gonna sleep all day long. 10 hours. It's always a 10-hour rest. Gotta get here.
Well, the match was over because he just needed the credit to
Bud Light. I think that's the official sponsor for the NFL.
maybe been too many of those this week.
Papa John's Pizza used to be the sponsor of the NFL. Now it's Pizza Hut. Maybe it's because it's the word hut, is it? Ready, set, Pizza Hut! Alright, finally stopping for a rest. This is a small rest stop, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Alright. Good night. Or good morning. / good night. And it's dark again! Yes, perfect. You sleep all day. And now when you wake up, it's dark. You know, guess what? I actually did that in real life. Yep, I stayed up all night. I stayed up as long as I could. And it was morning when I went to sleep. And when I woke up, it was almost 5 p.m. And it was during the winters, which means it gets dark early. And I did that. Plus, rugby has Olympic international teams, unlike U.S. football. So rugby has an advantage. You don't like Pizza Hut, bro? It's okay, but there's a lot of pizza places. Like, geez, I can name like 10 of them. You got Pizza Hut, you got Papa John's, you got Little Caesars. What else? You got Rotolo's Pizzeria, even though you can actually dine in at the place. It's still a pizza place. You got Johnny's Pizza. That's a good place. You got Domino's. That's 6. I don't think I can name 10. Still a lot of pizza places. I like them all, though. I think Domino's has the most items, though, because they have wings and desserts, breadsticks. That's my favorite, but I think it's the most expensive. I think the cheapest is Little Caesars. But today I had Papa John's. Yeah, Papa John's has the thick crust. I'm not really a fan of their crust. Still tastes good, though. Yep. Yeah, you sleep. It's not a hotel. Yep. And, oh, you can't see it. Oh, you can barely see it, but that's like a little bed for, you know, like real truckers. They have a sleeper. It's kind of like it's like a little tiny RV. That's where you sleep. You don't sleep on the chair. Yep. Oh, Gaddy's Pizza, but I think that's only in Louisiana. Gaddy's is good. I think the one that, out of all the pizza places, I think the one that I eat the most, and we don't order pizza very often, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's hard to tell which one which one is that I eat the most out of all the pizza places. But we also have frozen pizza, and the frozen pizza I eat the most is from Kirkland Signature. That's Costco. Costco is a warehouse store. It's like Sam's Club. So Kirkland Signature is Costco, and they have their own pizza. It's really good. It's very thin. The crust is thin, and there's a ton of pepperonis on it. There's like, I count them. It's usually like 30 pepperonis. That's a lot. Yeah, really good though, and it only takes like 13 minutes to make on preheat 425 degrees Fahrenheit. ExxonMobil truck. Get a drink of water. If I can open my water one-handed, yes I can. Yes.
Is it the ball that he missed to the middle? Probably I'm not actually sure now. Can still come in. You can see.
Gotta have water. It's the best. I hope this delivery counts, because we're delivering Christmas gifts, and I've already finished the Christmas event. But no other pizza is better than the authentic Neapolitan Italian pizza. Is that a restaurant? Because I've never heard of that before. I'm sure it sounds good if it's Italian. Speaking of Italian, I do like lasagna. Lasagna is so good. What is that? That looks like a bunch of washer and dryers. Is that from a store? Oh, that's Radio Shack. I don't know if Radio Shack is still a thing, because I remember there used to be Radio Shacks. Oh, I made it. I'm already in the intersection. Okay, good. Yeah. There used to be, we used to have Radio Shacks in our town, but we don't see them anymore. They all went out of business. Kind of like Blockbusters. There was a Blockbuster. But I remember when I was a kid, we would have those, and they all went out of business. I think there was only one Blockbuster left in the whole country. Galveston. Alright, Interstate 10, right? No, it's 40. 45 for now, but it will be 10 in a little bit. Naples, Italy is the city where pizza, oh gosh, originated from. Oh, did not know that. Thank you for telling me that. That's cool. That's interesting facts. We'll have to come back to Houston when it's daylight so we can actually officially explore the city. It's hard to explore the city in the dark. So yeah, another nighttime drive. Is that Houston? Yes, it is. Look at the buildings. Yeah, downtown. Wait. Am I going the right? Yeah, I'm going the right way, but I want to know if I'm in the right lane. I think it tells you. Oh, gotta go here. Okay. Sometimes it tells you when you have to change lanes. Sometimes it doesn't. There's a good look of downtown Houston. Is that Minute Maid Park right there? I can't tell. Or is that the Toyota Center? Houston, we have a problem. No, we don't. No, we don't. Woo. Amazon. this Interstate? Yep, it's now Interstate 10 going eastbound. Steak night, Texas Roadhouse. Oh, change lanes. Because those arrows pointing means I have to change lanes. Okay. Oh, what? That was the wrong way? Well, crap. Dang it. Oh well, it's hard to tell. Especially if it's your first time traveling in a city you've never been to. Even though I've been to the city in real life, but I've never drove here in real life. I was the passenger when I was here. Because back then I didn't have a license. It's been 5 years since I've been to Houston. Can't you believe it? No, wait, no. That's a lie. It's been 3 years. The concert. Yeah. Still. Speaking of 3 years, it's almost... In 2 months will be exactly 3 years when COVID became bad for everyone in the whole world. 3 years. We're almost 3 years since when everything got shut down. Okay, we have to get off and get back on, looks like. Gotta change lanes, buddy. Humble. It's okay, we're not in a hurry. No rush, no rush, no... I gotta yield. No one's there, that's good. That is a weird way to get off the highway. Radio Shack. Exclusive collection. Yeah, right. Wow, look at this loop. Oh! What the actual hell just happened? If you can't get out of any difficult situation, you may use the following towing service. Press F7. What the heck just happened? Oh, well, that's a shame.
Every single day. Judy, we're going to be so busy. For your chance to win, join in before midnight on the 20th of January.
Oh boy.
Enjoy a freshly prepared cheeseburger, just £1.19. Part of the McDonald's Saver menu.
That's crazy.
Sometimes running a business can feel like running a marathon.
Well, I have no job now, I don't think. I tipped it over. I didn't do it on purpose, obviously. Crazy. Oh well. I'll never run out of money. But my delivery got canceled, right? No. Oh, but it doesn't count because it's part of the World of Trucks thing. Okay. Where are we? What city? Where are we at? Are we in Houston still? Yeah, we are. Okay. Unbelievable. Unreal, dude. Can we go to Galveston somehow? Maybe? We can go to Galveston? Huntsville. Have I ever been there? Let me see here.
Super safe and car insurance with Money Supermarket.
Want a casino that gives it to you straight? You're on. One huge progressive jackpot slot.
No, I have not, so I guess we'll be going there now. A reservoir tank. Alright. Don't mess up, man. Oh, yeah.
Australia keeps that gold hidden. Knowing that there's all gold in that carbon. To me, that's beautiful. It's a hunter. It's a hope.
You know what? I gotta do a video of all the fails compilation. Like a compilation of failed moments in this game. Collisions. Crashes. Damages. Yep. I gotta do that one day. It'll take a while, but it'll be fun to make. It'll be fun.
The gaps are tiny. Two days to go. Get our tire. Seal the deal. Jacket number 5.
I pretty much have to rest again at 7 a.m. And then when I sleep, it's gonna be dark again. Yay! Yeah, it happened right there. What the heck? Wait, no, I don't think it happened now. Okay. Looks like we had a Houston. We had a problem after all. Oh crap! Oh yeah, oh, are you? I did not turn fast enough. Why? What is wrong with me tonight? What the heck? You know what? Turn on your high beams. And we're just getting the trailer. For crying out loud, dude. Okay. Oh my, oh, see, look, stop sign. How am I supposed to see that? Jeez. Maybe it's because I need to look at the map? I don't know. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing? It's like I'm drunk. I'm drunk driving. That's okay, guys. I'm not drunk in real life. Don't do that. Even this game, it tells you don't drink and drive. Hungry for KFC. These curves, man. See, how am I supposed to know that? See, I could have hit that gate. I could have hit that gate. How am I supposed to know that's there? I could have just, like... I could have just fucking... Yeah. This is why I don't like the dark in this game. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, how do I get over there? This is another huge place. I have to go all the way around. Oh wait, I'm out of the map. I am out of the map. For real. What is wrong with me tonight? I'm not even, it's like I'm not even paying attention. I'm half asleep. I'm half asleep in real life. Okay. You go this way. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, how do I get to... Dude, it's too dark. I can't see! I can't see nothing. Is it over here? I thought I was over here earlier. Is that it? Yes. Oh my gosh. This is a pain in the butt. It's gonna be a long backup. Those giant logs. Don't hit it. Good gosh. Hard to see. I'll get it there. I'll get it there. There we go. Oh, not straight now.
Importantly, from an overall stance perspective, Kevin Benavides stopped to help his filthy teammate, and that was time he would later retire. In the meantime, Toby Price had blasted off in third position. Through the first few time checks, he was a handful of seconds.
Let's see here. Alright, so now we're going east, or west. Okay. We're going north on 45. Alright. This won't take too long. Without the map, this game would be impossible. No map? Impossible. That is impossible. The gate. Okay, good. Oh, I just barely touched that house. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m. for you already. Thank you for staying up late, watching. Have a good night, man. Stay safe. Yes, I'll stay safe in this game. All right, man. Have a good night. So I'm probably gonna be streaming for probably maybe 30 more minutes, because I have one more delivery after this, and then we're done. We're done. So I guess it's okay that I streamed this late after all. Yeah, because I can't do it tomorrow. So. Oh, look, way stations. Do I have to go here? Or scales? Let me see here. There's 2 of them. Let's try it out. Why not?
Also fourth overall, although Pablo Quintanilla is only 8 seconds further back in fifth. Luciano Benavides has given a superb account of himself.
Yeah. Okay. 56,581 pounds. So you have to just pay $10. Okay, I can just go straight and cut through. Awesome. And whoa. Holy crap. Ay ay ay.
So close again this morning. The South African privateer was fastest in most of the time checks, but missed out on a statement victory by just 30 seconds. Still, the sound specialist is hoping to keep impressing in future editions. The way he rides, it seems a certainty.
So, yeah.
The way I've been riding, that car's going to be here for a while, so yeah, I guess it could work out to my advantage, I guess.
Check the overall podium is
Up, it's now midnight.
The Utah
Sunday. Oh, it's about to be midnight in this game too. Wow, perfect timing. We're gonna hit midnight while it's midnight.
Today was going to be a day to give it everything you have. Today was the day, and I gave it everything I had to make up 1 minute in the last days. I would say not really a big possibility. But we're still going to push. Anything can happen in the last day, so we're giving all the way to the end.
Back to Price, who managed to catch up with Nacho Cornejo and Danny Sanders out front. And despite that motion, the state limit 130 on the small track, the KTM star did enough to keep hold of his overall lead. The young man's skin in his teeth. His advantage is only 12 seconds before the final stage. That's close.
Up 12:01 a.m. 12:01 a.m. Sunday. There it is. It's official. Yes. I don't know if I've ever done that before, where I look at the game time and the day, and the date and the time in real life where they match. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. All right, let's see if I can get this one correct. I think I'm on the right lane. Yes, I am. All right, good. That could be kind of tricky. I don't know. Not if you live in Houston for a long time. It's not tricky for you. Change lanes. Okay. So I think after this, I'm gonna. Let me see here. Check something. Yes, I'm holding my phone while I'm driving. Do not do this in real life, but it's okay to do this in the game. Do not do this in real life. But I am focusing. I'm focusing. Change lanes. Yeah, this truck holds a lot of gas. Like, look, I mean, we use quite a bit of gas, but we're still over halfway. About 3/4 full. And we have to rest in 6 hours and 40 minutes, so we can probably do that last delivery before then. And then that'll be it. So again, I'm sorry that I'm doing too many of these streams of this game. I know. Oh, okay, I can bypass it. Awesome. I think it's because I already waited. I paid $10. Oh, we got a police officer. What's going on? It's good to slow down when you see that. Yeah, the reason why I've been streaming a lot about this game is because of the Christmas event and the Texas event. If those two events didn't exist, I wouldn't be doing this. But I will say this, the next time I officially stream this game will be the first weekend of February, 7-year anniversary. I forgot to do the 6-year anniversary last year because I just completely forgot about it, but I will remember it this time, so that will most likely be the next time I'll... Oh, I missed my exit. Wasn't paying attention. I got into my talking with you guys. Oh well. That's okay. Still not really much of a difference. Oh, I thought, is that a yield? No, it's not. Okay. It's hard to tell in the dark. Oh, great. Oh, no. Not this again. Well, it's a different one, though. This is where I actually tipped over my truck. Oh! See, look, it touched the thing. Why? What the heck? My trailer touched the guardrail. See, if I was going really fast, it would have tipped over again. So, good thing I saw it coming. But look at this! Look how tight this is! And we got a yield. No one coming? Okay. Texas Roadhouse. Oh my gosh. Damaged the trailer. Oh well, better than flipping it over. Red Bull. Mickey D's. Don't miss your exit this time. This should be easier. Should be. Nope, stop sign ahead. Okay, we got a stop sign ahead. I have to turn left. Good thing the stop sign flashes. So hard to see in the dark. Oh my gosh, I turned a little too late. But I guess it worked out. Turn left again. It's like we're going to. It's like we're taking a U-turn, but we're not, according to the map. Smoking hot. Oh gosh, almost hit that car. Of course. Oh wow, I hit the frickin' sign. Great. I'm not good with my turns sometimes. Sharp turns. Alright, 10 minutes. About to be there. It's like we're in the middle of nowhere. Another gate. Oh, it's 2 doors. Okay. Oh, it's right there, right in front of me. Alright, let's see how much I lose money, because I did damage at 1%. Still got an excellent. Oh, not that bad. Wait, am I still live? Okay, yeah, just making sure. Alright, oh, it didn't count. What? It didn't count? Are you kidding me? It didn't count.
However, Sebastian Loeb may have something to add to the story. Could he set a new record of 6 consecutive stage wins? Well, up to second, but
Lufkin, Texas.
he's only 2 or 3 minutes behind us, so it's not exactly
Let's see if I've been there.
going to sleep. We're going to attack, make good
I don't know why it didn't count. I guess I did went to Huntsville. Lufkin, Texas.
Well, with the top 10 almost finalised, let's focus on who delivered today on stage 13. Another impressive run from Argentine Johan Cruz.
Nope, we have not been there. Alright, so let's do, well, did we do, oh, it's gifts again? Oh wait, no, we can do empty pallets.
Another strong performance from French free ski legend. On his 12th
Just to be safe, I guess. Although we do get more money. Let's do it. Hold on. Let me check the stream and see if that, when I delivered those Christmas gifts, did that count? I think it did.
Driving with maturity beyond his 32 years. His first Dakar, he's coped with his first major taste of the gyms. Not buckled at all. 7th quickest today. Trying to recapture that P2 from Low. Well, it was a tricky one, to be honest. At least for me. It was not easy in the dunes. Even harder with 2 days ago, the stage in the empty quarter. We managed to get stuck, just cruising with the car, trying to keep up with the podium position. Well, Kuba has made it into the top 20 after a disastrous last week. It sent him down to 117th overall. Still no chance of bettering his 4th place on 2021 or his 6th last year. Nonetheless,
oh wait, I never mind, because what happened was, when I first did the gifts, that's when my truck tipped over, so. Alright.
Well, up until yesterday, Brian Barrick Wyatt's South African century. Well, the crew were in excellent 7th overall, looking at best ever finish and a win in the 2-wheel drive category, but that's come to a sudden end.
It's so hot in my room.
Golly. Only 37 kilometers into the stage.
Looking at the view for the lines,
I have to have the fan.
you see the hole, 72 plus. 2 days to go. You're in my deco. Unbelievable.
It happens, my friend. Certainly, again, so far, unlucky stage 13. Another Dakar ruined so late in the day.
Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing is,
husband and wife.
you saw my last stream of this game, which was on Monday night. I played the rest of the college football playoff national championship game, and I re-listened to it, and it sounded really good. So let's play a podcast, and we're going to do the college football live one. Yeah. This is what they're going to talk about. The dominant performance from the Georgia Bulldogs. So let's play it. I'm going to mute my mic, so enjoy listening to this.
Truck drivers, listen up. It's time to make life a little easier out on the road. Truck drivers, listen up.
Oh wow, perfect. It says truck drivers, listen up. I wonder what this is.
It's time to make life a little easier out on the road with Love's Express Card. It'll save you at least 14 cents per gallon of gas at Love's travel stops, $25 on tire purchases, and even more on service costs, like oil changes. It's also really good for business, eliminating the hassle of cash and credit cards and bringing consistent competitive pricing no matter how big your fleet is. For more information, visit lovesfinancial.com. That's lovesfinancial.com.
Demons be gone, and the drought is over. Georgia on the mountaintop at long last.
People have asked the question, how does it feel to be hunted? We will not be hunted at the University of Georgia. I can promise you that. We didn't build this program on one-year wonder. We built the program to be sustained.
Georgia is going to survive. They feel like they have been the hunted. They want to do the hunting tonight. Bennett continues to dazzle. The Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back.
Happy to have you with us for College Football Live. I'm Wendy Nix with Stanford Steve and Harry Lyles, and talk about a hero's welcome, and understandably so. The Georgia Bulldogs returned to Athens last night after their second straight national championship. And after the biggest rout in bowl history, head coach Kirby Smart sat down with Reese Davis to talk about the dominating performance.
It's great to win one. It's different when you win two. What was that like after repeating last night?
It's pretty cool. Great honor. Just so happy for University of Georgia. A place that's meant so much to me and my family and my wife. It was pretty special to get to.
You said a little earlier, sometimes you just have to enjoy it. Did you enjoy this one more?
I probably did enjoy this one more. I think the last one was special because we beat a team that had beaten us. This one was a little anticlimactic because we were ahead there. We got to embrace it, and we got to kind of enjoy it and share it for a long period of time in the fourth quarter. It wasn't quite like lunch.
When you think about Stetson Bennett's story, as you go forward in your coaching career, how would you use that story to try to inspire your players?
I think it'll do it itself. I mean, his story is pretty cool. He accomplished what he overcame. It was just incredible. In today's day and age of recruiting, you don't miss anybody, right? You don't miss guys. I mean, they comb the country. They're unbelievable. They don't miss anybody. And they missed him. We missed him. We did it wrong. And all he did was overcome all of it. What a great story. I just don't think it's going to happen very often. I remember a wise man I used to work for a long time at Alabama. He said, they'll always say that person is the exception. And he is the exception. Like people will say, hey, he's the next Stetson Bennett. You got to take him. He's going to be a great player. He's going to be the next Stetson Bennett. People used to say, when I came to Georgia, that I was nowhere near as good as Stetson Bennett. But they'd say, hey, he's the next Kirby Smart. You know what? No, there is no next Stetson Bennett. He was the exception. And he did unbelievable things. And what an incredible person.
It was really fun last night for me watching you run around the outside of the field and greet the fans. And I was waiting to go on, and I saw you holding one finger, two fingers, and then a third finger as you run out of there. What was that message to Georgia?
Oh, that was just my Jordan. I grew up watching Jordan. I mean, we always talk about when he used to do that, and he was pretty special. Like in my generation, all these kids think that Kobe and LeBron, and much respect to all those guys, but my era, it was Jordan. And watching him do that after championships, it just kind of told you his mindset was, we're not stopping. And I always always say, I told people last year, we're built to sustain success. To say that it's going to be that, I would never say that. But I would say that we're going to continue success because we have a really good culture and a good fan base. And I want those fans to embrace that.
Certainly so far so good for Kirby Smart. The 2022 season in the books, but perhaps Georgia's dominance is not. The Dogs are currently the favorites to be lifting the trophy again next year. While they've already joined an elite group of programs with back-to-back championships, no team, by the way, has ever won 3 in a row. But Harry, as you just heard Coach Smart talk about, there is always the exception. They'd love to be that exception next year. Do you expect Georgia's run to continue in 2023?
I think it's fair to assume that we've gotten to a place where they can continue that run next season. Look, the thing with Georgia was, can they beat Alabama? That's been everybody's thing in college football, right? Who can match the standard of college football that has been Alabama? Georgia did that last year and showed this year that they did the Alabama thing, which is have staying power and reload after having a defense, mind you, that sent 5 players from their defense to the first round of the NFL draft, and they still did not miss a step. And when you look at the way this team is built, Kirby said it, we're not one-year wonders. We have built this thing for it to sustain over a long period of time. And when a lot of people have tried to pick apart, hey, Stetson Bennett might not be good enough, the offense is going to have to carry them this year. Can the defense reload? They've answered all those questions and more. To me, this is going to be perhaps the new standard of college football.
Yeah, and it's a pretty high standard, Eric, because they are the reason the standard's so high. You know, people talk about, is it good for the sport that they beat TCU the way they did in the national championship? I think it is, because people realize they know what they got to get to in order if they want to compete with Georgia. And I'll just say, Kirby talked about it, the foundation, what they built. Everything's about building. Here he talked about the recruiting. The recruits are there. There's a foundation there. Now, there's some teams that were on that full screen that, you know, are going through quarterback changes. Georgia's one of them. But when you look at, I already looked at their schedule for next year, put them in the playoff. Just put them in the playoff. Tennessee, Martin, Ball State, UAB as they're out of conference games, Ole Miss and Auburn on the other side of SEC. I think what they have coming back is pretty special. And the quarterback situation, I think Kirby will actually like it because he has multiple guys competing for it, and he loves what competition brings to a program. And that's what he talks about. The toughness that comes from competing every day, especially for a starting quarterback position where a team that's, you know, 2-time defending national champion.
Stanford Steve's like Denny Green. Go ahead, crown him. Steve says put him in. Go ahead. Never too soon. Well, to your point, though, Steve, they are dealing with the quarterback change, and that's because Stetson Bennett will certainly move on. After one of the most storybook collegiate careers in recent memory, Bennett closes out his time in Athens ranked top 5 in school history in almost every major quarterback statistic, including completions, touchdowns, and total offense. You know what? I love it when Kirby Smart said, the kid is 25. He's got to go. And he does got to go, Stanford Steve. But listen, he'll certainly try and play at the next level. All this kid's done is win and defy expectations. What are the realistic expectations if he moves on to the NFL?
Well, I think the conversation about, is he going to get a chance? Of course he's going to get a chance. Did anybody see the quarterbacks that played in Week 18 in the NFL? There was not a lot of good football players at the quarterback position. Now, the size, the durability, that's what comes into factor here. And you talk about the situation. He's not going to be one of the top quarterbacks drafted. So maybe he goes to a better team that already has a starting quarterback, you know, that is their guy. And it's talk about getting a chance. He's proven he can win, but at the next level, you know, what is the situation you're going into? That's what I think haunts a lot of guys, because there's plenty of guys we've seen go to situations that no one could overcome. So he's definitely going to get a chance. Could he be a backup for multiple years in the NFL? Absolutely. He thinks very highly of himself, and he should for what he's done. But yes, he will definitely get a chance at the next level.
Yeah, Steve, I'm right there with you on that. I think you've got to give the guy a chance, because if nothing else, he has shown you that he is able to be coached, to be able to go from a community college to then winning 2 national championships in the SEC and be a Heisman contender. I think you have to give the guy a chance. And I think that he is somebody that coaches can say, hey, look, he's played with the top players that football has to offer, and he's able to have success with them. So I think with that regard, yes, Stetson Bennett should absolutely get a shot. at the NFL. I will say, Steve and Wendy, I think there's one other thing that Stetson Bennett should probably do if he doesn't want to do the pro football thing. Dude, go be Shaquille O'Neal, okay? Kirby said there's one Stetson Bennett. Go put your name on every single product or thing that starts with a letter. Go make your money. Stetson Bennett, the 12th, will have his college tuition paid for.
Stetson Bennett, the 12th. You're about right. You know, there's no telling what he can do at Athens, Georgia these days. He'll never buy another drink. That's for sure. And listen, let's talk a little bit about TCU. Obviously, this season did not end well, not the way they would have hoped. A year removed, though, from going 5-7, they found their way to a national title game. They weren't picked to finish in the top half of their conference, let alone make the run that they did. And while, again, the game did not go as planned, the Horned Frogs Cinderella season won't soon be forgotten, and it certainly shouldn't be. And Steve, if you had to pick a team that this year in 2022 underperformed, if you will, that has a shot to be our Cinderella story next season, and I do believe we'll have one, who would it be?
Well, I look at the ACC, Wendy, because if there's a conference that underachieved as a whole this year, it's the ACC. We talked plenty before the season started about the greatness they had at quarterback position, and not many guys played well. Not even guys played average football. But when I think about a team who had to overcome a quarterback injury, I think about a team like NC State. I think about Dave Doran. They had plenty of expectations coming in, but injuries really got in the way. They had to play 4 quarterbacks, this season, and they couldn't get there. But now they get a new offensive coordinator, Robert Denai, who coached Brennan Armstrong, who is also transferring in from Virginia. I think with the foundation Dave Doran has built there in NC State, I think in a wide-open ACC, NC State off the top of my head is a team that I think highly of going into next season.
Yeah, Steve, I like the ACC angle of it, too, because we're not going to really pick anybody outside of perhaps Alabama in the SEC to compete with Georgia. But I do think if we're looking at somebody that could take a step, I do think you could look at a North Carolina, stay in the state, the Tar Heels. You have a quarterback there in Drake May, who as a freshman showed he can end up being one of the best players in the country. I think if you're Mac Brown, you want to kind of go into the portal here and get some more weapons around him with guys departing. And again, the other piece of this, too, is the ACC is wide open. I understand Florida State is looking strong next season. Miami is going to be improved. I like what NC State's got as well. But to me, you have to have one of those teams in a Pac-12, in an ACC, in a Big 12 that is going to be able to take that step. I think North Carolina is one of those with plenty of returning players that could do so.
All right, guys, we pride ourselves on being fair around here. So, before we pat ourselves on the back, take a look at the polls before the start of the season, the preseason polls with the ranked teams, and you can see a vast departure from where things ended up. I mean, I'm not saying we don't know, but I am saying there's reason to watch, reason to play these games, and certainly anything can happen. Ahead on College Football Live, you can score one with the Gamecocks. Quarterback Spencer Rattler plans to go one more round. We'll look at other QBs who plan to do the same. As for those players moving on, Todd McShay has updated his top prospects for the 2023 NFL Draft. We'll tell you if we agree or disagree coming up.
Goodyear believes in the power of moving forward. No matter if it's on the track, the court, or the field, movement makes us want to be more. It pushes us to go further, to show the world what we can do. Movement has the unique ability to change our perspective, to challenge us, to work for a better tomorrow. Movement can even bring us together when we're still, because if we're focused on the next move, we don't have to worry about what's behind us. Goodyear, more driven. Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on car insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more. And Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Quarterback Spencer Rattler plans to return to South Carolina for one more season. He transferred to USC last year from Oklahoma and played the best football of the year at the end. He passed for 792 yards and 8 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions in wins over top 10 foes Tennessee and Clemson. That was to close out the regular season. And after Spencer Rattler announced his return, you can imagine his coach not too unpleased. Shane Beamer fired off a simple message: here we go. And Harry, here we go will be a lot easier with your quarterback back in place in Columbia. What does this mean for South Carolina?
I think it's good news. I think a lot of people look at Spencer Rattler and perhaps have some reservations about him because he did come in to Oklahoma as such a highly touted recruit. But as we saw at the end of this season, that is a naturally talented player. That arm talent is the reason why I'm still holding on for hope that the player that we saw at the end of this season is going to be a player that perhaps we see regularly next season. And one reason that I feel good about that is Shane Beamer has done a very good job since he's been in South Carolina at getting the most out of his players. We've seen it every season thus far. He's clearly a guy that players love playing for. Spencer Rattler needs a positive influence on him like that. I think it showed last year, and I think it could be really good for him going into next season as well.
Yeah, I love the idea that he's coming back, Harry, and he's coming back to the school where he's playing at. You know, in a day and age of the portal, we actually see the guy coming back to the school, and you touched on it. He was great in the last 2 regular season games against Clemson in that upset win over Tennessee. And when you think about the dynamic, I laugh at it because they don't fit it this year, but I call it fake momentum. When you have your quarterback coming back and your head coach coming back and you win your bowl game, those teams get so much of the benefit of the doubt when it goes into next year. But I just think about Rattler, and now you start piecing together and looking at the quarterbacks in next year's class that could be draft eligible. I mean, there's some serious names at top of that at that list. And look at the names; they're coming back to the schools that they're at, and that's what makes me happy about these guys seeing something and having a taste of what it was like, and now coming back and really trying to succeed. That's exciting stuff to see those kind of names for those kind of schools looking ahead to next year.
Stanford Steve, that might be my favorite line of the year. So apropos, they're coming back, and oh, by the way, to the school where they play. It's such an anomaly these days. I love it. And it is good news for both the quarterback and the university, I think. To be continued for Spencer Rattler and South Carolina. More to come on College Football Live. We're going to talk NFL draft, including who should be the top overall pick. We'll tell you what we think straight ahead.
This episode is brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff. Is checking your team stats at 2 a.m., watching highlights while eating with buddies, or catching the game during a wedding all too much? Nope. Because too much college football is never too much. And AT&T 5G keeps you connected all season long. 5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
This episode is sponsored by State Farm. Buying insurance can be complicated, and you might have a lot of questions, like, what if my policy doesn't cover that? Or, what if I need to make a claim in the middle of the night? Good news, State Farm is there for all your what-ifs. You can reach them 24/7, talk through any questions with your agent, and you can even file a claim on the State Farm mobile app. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com to get a quote today.
Big games and events continue to highlight our January calendar. The Spanish Super Cup Final, Sunday, the second annual Monday Night Wildcard Playoff game is next week. The Cowboys taking on Tom Brady and the Bucs, and then the UFC 283 Saturday. A little bit of everything this month. ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. As we close the book on this season, most of our players are looking forward to the next layer of their careers. And looking ahead to that chapter of the NFL draft, Todd McShay has released his top 32 prospects on ESPN Plus. Here's a look at the top 10. Of course, they feature a pair of quarterbacks, Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. And this is the time of year, Steve, when we really do start talking in earnest about who goes where. Who's your top pick in the NFL draft as we sit here in January?
Yeah, everybody's talking about, right, the Bears having it now, and they already have a quarterback, so they're going to trade out and all this and that. I think it's pretty simple. I think the best player in this draft class is Will Anderson, whoever, Chicago, just take him at 1. I just look at what he's done for that kind of university and what he put on tape. He is an absolute difference maker, and I know everybody gets starstruck by the quarterbacks, but Will Anderson is a, draft and plug him in, and he is a starter on that edge of your defense and a huge-time talent. So that's what I would do with old 31 from Alabama.
Yeah, Steve, I think the only thing people need to know about Will Anderson is we were talking about him as a Heisman candidate last year, and even perhaps should have won it. So I agree that it probably should be Will Anderson, but I want to talk about Jalen Carter. As somebody who is the mainstay on what was the most feared defense this college football season, I mean, don't forget, Jalen Carter was somebody that we were talking about as, hey, like he is part of this group of Jordan Davis, of Trayvon Walker, of all these other great Georgia defensive players last season that went in the first round. And it was, hey, they're going to be okay because they got that guy. And now it is his time to come out. A lot of people are talking about, hey, he was running out of breath out there in a couple of the playoff games. Look, man, once he gets on an NFL roster, he's not going to be out there sucking wind, because if you're out there getting picked in the top 5, they're going to make sure you're in shape. He is going to be an incredible NFL player.
All right, guys, we showed you Todd McShay's top 10 just a minute ago, and that always, grabs the headlines, especially the quarterback, Steve, as you mentioned. But who outside that top 10 do you think we ought to keep our eye on?
Like I said, everybody's going to talk about the quarterbacks, Wendy, but I'll be biased towards the tight ends. I think it's Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame. When you look at what he put on tape and what he did this year and playing with a below-average quarterback for most of the season, everybody in the stadium knew he was the number 1 target for Notre Dame, and still put up the numbers he did in that system. I think the world of the kid. I think he's another guy. You plug him into your offense, you have an ultimate difference maker. And when you set Notre Dame records, that's a big deal. But when you break a record and the person you broke the record of is yourself, give me that guy. I love Michael Mayer. I can't wait to see what he ends up at the next level.
I think that's a pretty good recipe for success. One of the people that I'm looking forward to the most is Joey Porter Jr. He has been a problem for teams all season long. And look, I'm going to make this really, really simple, okay? There's a lot of players playing NFL football right now with that junior on the end of their name, whether it's Asante Samuel, Pat Surtain, plenty of these guys, right? And it all seems to work out for them because they have somebody that can tell them how to be a pro. Joey Porter Jr. is clearly another one of those guys, and I think whoever ends up with him on their roster is going to reap the same benefits because it shows up in his game, and his dad was a bad dude.
Listen, Steve keeps telling us we get mesmerized by the quarterbacks. That's fair. So I guess I'll ask about the quarterbacks, Harry. Who's your top QB in this draft?
I think it's got to be Bryce Young. I know a lot of people are iffy on the size, but the game speaks for itself.
Steve?
Yeah, I go with Bryce Young also. Now, here's the deal. When we look at these quarterbacks, is their size. That is going to be what's critiqued the most. And Bryce Young, he had the injury this year. He's not the biggest guys. And when you think about shorter guys in the league, Russell Wilson is built way different. He's got a big trunk to him. He's a strong dude. And Kyler Murray has a bigger base than Bryce Young. Kyler Murray still hasn't been able to make it through an NFL season. So I think Bryce Young is the quarterback in this class. I just wonder about his slightness. He can make all the throws. He's as accurate as anybody. But that's, to me, the biggest difference. The NFL is a big boy league, and big guys knock down little guys. We'll see where Bryce Young ends up, but I have him at the top of the quarterback class.
April 27th in Kansas City, the NFL draft gets underway right here on ESPN. Guys, it's hard to believe we are really putting a bow on another college football season. I think if I had to pick a favorite moment, I'm still going with the goalposts floating down the river in Knoxville. Okay, you think about Tennessee and what they were before Hendon Hooker got hurt, and just a tremendous start on Rocky Top. Harry, you got a favorite moment or a favorite game from the season?
For me, it's got to be the Tennessee-Alabama game. I was standing there on the sideline next to my co-host for Countdown to Game Day, Christine Williamson, before they kicked the field goal, and I said, hey, do you need me to put anything in my pocket? And she was like, what are you talking about? I said, Christine, if he makes this field goal, 50,000 people are going to be down here with us. And she just said, take my wallet. It was an incredible, incredible scene.
I love it. Take my wallet. It's safe. I don't know if it's safe with Harry Lyles. I might take my chances, but I don't know. Steve?
I just go back to Monday night, Wendy, and Holly Rowe interviews Kirby Smart before the game, and she said, "What do you want to see from your team?" And he just said with one word, aggression. And then he stays looking at Holly. Holly looks back at him. He looks back at Holly. Nobody had said another word. And then you see what they did. That typified what the #1 team in the country is and what they did. And that's a credit to them to see what they did after that interview.
No question. There is absolutely no debate who the best team in the country was, and they were the last team standing. It has been an absolute privilege. I miss football already. Is it time yet? It's almost here. Guys, we'll see you again soon. Have a great rest of the day.
How would you love a chance to save some money on car insurance? Geico can help. Switch today and see all the ways you could save with great rates and discounts. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you could save.
SV Pod is presented by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average. Call or click today and find out if we could save you hundreds on your car insurance. Welcome. It's SV Pod. A little late this week, but better late than never because it gives us the opportunity to talk title game, which was Monday. TCU got debacled. Also, let's just take a little bit closer look at the weekend's wild card weekend. Beg your pardon, super wild card weekend. It's SV Pod. Stanford Steve is back from his travels. How are you, big boy?
Excellent, big boy. How are you? Good to be back.
Right on. We're happy to have you. The title game was, yeah. You and I both noticed the same thing. I mean, look, it wasn't like we discovered something. It was pretty easy to seize upon. Holly Rowe asked Kirby Smart whatever she asked him, and he answered with one word.
What do you expect for your team tonight?
Yeah, what do you want to see from your team tonight? Aggression. We're going to hunt. At least he cleaned it up for the TV audience. Obviously, his pregame speech made it to the bird, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Like that's real, man. That's not performative. Okay, he wants his guys to come out and attack, and they did. And I want to get this out of the way early. Somehow, Kirby Smart convinced his team that everyone thought they sucked. Kirby, y'all were laying a dozen. By game time, it was damn near 14, and it still wasn't close to enough. No one said you were going to be 7-5. No one said you were going to be 6-6. No one. But who cares? If that was some of the fuel in that engine all year that helped them stay focused, I think there's a method to the madness in Athens. They got it going, man. They got everything the way they want it, and good for them. They sent 15 dudes to the NFL, 5 of them first-round picks, and they run it back. And there's a lot I want to get to from that. You were there. I guess I would just ask, as a guy whose eye spots things, at what point was it clear to you that this was going to be an absolute drubbing?
Probably when I came in the studio with you Saturday and Sunday for NFL, you know, I really dove into the tape and got back to watching more TCU. And what really popped out to me was the Fiesta Bowl. And I'm not taking any credit away from them. They won the game. They advanced to the national championship. They deserved everything they got, the spot they were in the playoff, the whole 9 yards. But when you go back and watch that, Scott, Michigan, 3 times inside the 5-yard line, scores 3 points total, 2 pick sixes. And before that game and the month leading up to it, I just said to myself, and I said it on every show I went on, the first half is absolutely enormous for TCU to show they can body up, and especially for their defense. They had to show up because we knew they couldn't come back on a team like Michigan. They would have to be the aggressor, and they were. But when I go back and watch that, watch Georgia, Georgia doesn't do those things. They don't give you anything easy. You have to earn every single thing. And you talked about how Kirby turned it around. There was plenty to watch in the Peach Bowl where that was coachable, and Georgia was not doing what they should have been doing. And that combined with showing those guys that tape and maybe throwing in some clips of people saying Ohio State was a better team, which I thought, and I said, I think that turned him to get his team's attention, and they let it rip. I saw Todd Monken after the game on the field, and he just gives me the shrug of shoulders. I'm like, you might have to retire after this one, Coach. You couldn't have called a better game plan. Your team was ready. I mean, Herbie, I'm in the truck with Herbie and Fowler and, helping those guys out in the broadcast. And I'm like, guys, I think it was 4 drives. I'm like, they're averaging 11 yards per play.
Yeah.
11 yards per play. And both Herbie and Fowler are like, is that good for a national title game?
Yeah. That's unusual, right?
Yeah, it sucks because, leading up to the game, I'm all over the place. Obviously the stuff that happened on Monday Night Football with Hamlin and, your show that night, and then doing stuff leading up. I actually think I went on a couple of shows like, yeah, first thinking looking at the line, I guess you would take TCU. And then by the time Saturday, Sunday, pregame, doing TV all day Monday, I was hell-bent that Georgia would. I didn't think 65-7, but I could just see. I didn't think TCU would be able to stand up for 60. They couldn't even stand up for 30, and that's a credit to Georgia and what that program is. By God, are they impressive?
Yeah, I'm with you. And shout to Stetson Bennett. Appreciate him coming out. He was done with his media obligations, was kind enough to come out and have a chat with us. I mean, it's the all-time bet on yourself. And as I said to Kirby, I was trying to ask it in a way where I wasn't being disrespectful, because there's no disrespect. The dude just won 2 titles in a row. But what I said to Kirby is, a guy like Stetson's never going to get a chance to be your quarterback again, because you're only going to get 5-star guys and 4-star guys from here on out. You know what I mean? Now, does that mean a guy that was overlooked couldn't get there and earn it? Maybe, but you're just going to recruit that position in a different way now, because everyone's going to want to go there. I just love the look on Bennett's face. He's an older dude. There's a bunch of guys in the NFL he's older than. So what? Is he going to make it on Sunday? I don't know. He's a legend forever for what he did. Back-to-back in Athens, Georgia. Maybe it works in the league. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't give a shit. He's a legend forever for what he did. Kirby called him the greatest dog ever to close his visit on our show. So salute to him. Give the next wave down there all the credit in the world. It was their turn, and they made the most of it. Acknowledge what TCU did. The thing that happens, Fowler had a great way of saying it, and I agree, that the championship stage magnifies both things. You win a game like that, and it makes you, is this the greatest team ever? 19 LSU would like a word. Maybe put that tape on. And it also turns you, if you're TCU, into like a punchline. And as if this whole year was fake. No, it wasn't. Hypnotoes was real. Duggan was real. Sonny Dykes, real. That whole group, real. All of what they did, real. They beat Michigan. And you're right. And there's a way to be diplomatic about it, where you're saying, I thought that one pass was a touchdown, and they said it wasn't, and they fumbled, and they got to the 2, and they ran Philly special, and they got nothing out of that. And you handed them. I say handed them 14. No, they took it. TCU picked those footballs. Like, they weren't just gift wrap. So, that leads to this one last thing that I have about sort of the transitive property, and it gets applied to college football a lot. I saw people on Twitter early, and I just gave up on Monday night, where it was, well, TCU, you're not playing a Big Ten team tonight. Okay. They beat Michigan. Let's do this. Let's take this exercise down the road. TCU is A. Michigan is B. A is greater than B. Okay, well, let's keep going. Michigan is B. Ohio State is C. B is greater than C. Michigan beat Ohio State. Let's keep this going. Ohio State is C. Georgia is D. Georgia survived because C missed a kick, and they beat them by 1 point, which makes C and D basically equal, which means let's go back to A, TCU, probably better than D. Or they got beat by 58 points. The only way anyone ever knows anything in sports is if we get in the ring together, we get on the court together, we get on the ice together, we get on the field together. That's the only way you ever know. And yes, looking at it, you saw plenty. I think we all saw plenty that were like, I like Georgia here. I felt like Ohio State and Georgia would be different because Ohio State's just in a different weight class traditionally than TCU. And they demonstrated that. And they were pissed off for a month. And they went there saying, F it, we're throwing haymakers all night long. So that's how that result was what it was. So in the end, A is greater than B, B is greater than C, C and D are basically equal, but D destroyed A, which takes the whole transitive thing and throws it out the window. It's just not necessary to talk about what conference they're from, because Ohio State's from the Big Ten too, and they had Georgia all but beat. So enough. It's not necessary. Let's just acknowledge that TCU had a hell of a year, because they did. Let's acknowledge that Georgia, in a 2-year window, has totally changed the narrative. They had to go through Bama. They did it. Now Kirby's like, 1, 2. He put up 3 fingers for a reason, brother. Because you know what he's going to want starting in camp? Aggression. You know what he's going to try to tell his team to go do next fall? Hunt. And he's going to convince them that everyone thinks they suck.
Yeah.
And they're going to come out and they'll pin their ears back and they'll come after you. So that ends the college football season. Georgia feels like a correct and proper champion to me.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Kirby was great in the I go, post game. I talked to Georgia. I'm like, really like to get both Kirby and Stetson, and the press conference keeps going longer and longer. But Kirby was awesome. He just kept talking about why he's so happy for this team, and he goes back to his love of his school and what the opportunities they gave him and his family. And he went into detail about what they did game plan wise, and he ended the press conference talking about, please somebody write something about our look team. And he explained about how his look team basically just separated themselves for the first 4 days and went in and watched TCU tape to get ready. Their quarterback volunteered to be Duggan and take hits and go live against the defense just so they could get that. You don't do that unless you have the foundation of a program and the numbers and the talent that Georgia has. And that's why they are where they are. And people throw out, of course, the question, is it good for the sport? Yes, I think it is, because you know what? Now I've asked TCU what they think they got to do to get to that pedestal now. They know. Everybody watched it. That's the face of the sport right there. Yeah. You know what you know how good you have to be in order to be crowned. So I think it motivates everybody in an unbelievable sense. And on top of that, to go on Bennett, to go in that game and play your best game in your last game, knowing the stakes, it's pretty damn special stuff, man.
No doubt. I mean, I asked them that at the end, the satisfaction of putting your absolute best game on tape in the last game you'll ever play. And that's what they did. That's what they did. So salute to everybody. Mean Machine in red and black. That's what's coming down the track, as they ask in Athens. Now we pivot football side to the to Super Wild Card Weekend, and let's be honest here. May we be honest?
Yeah.
Game's kind of, yeah.
I've been saying that forever, and no one wants to listen to me.
You keep saying bad teams are going to get it.
Yeah.
Look, Seattle, you're in. I'm sorry. I just wish it were Detroit, just because of how they won. Would they have played the same against Green Bay if it was winning in? Maybe not. Maybe they're not going hook and ladder. Do you go hook and lateral or hook and ladder?
Hook and ladder.
Right. Either's, people will scream at me, it's hook and lateral. Well, you can say that, but hook and ladder is also an accepted term. Are they running that on 2nd and 17 late? Maybe not. Probably not. I don't know. I just know that they went in and they won. And it was enough for them to knock Green Bay out. The satisfaction came from that. I think Lions just would be a blast because we haven't seen it. If they would have made it. And we've seen San Francisco play Seattle twice already this year and beat them twice. And apparently it's going to be a monsoon, and I don't know what Seattle can do. Meanwhile, just so you know, I'm going to have them in winners.
I know who else you're going to have.
Yep, it's just so terrible.
Miami.
I have to.
Baltimore for your lungs.
Have to. It's so terrible. I wrote the script for winners, and I said I want you to understand it's just like playing blackjack for me. And when you get a 16 against an ace, are you saying, cool, I bet I get a 4 or 5? No, you think you're going to get a king and have 26 and you lost. But you just, what are you going to not hit it? Like Miami to me is 16. I'm going to hit it. And when it's 38-3, I'm just going to shrug and go, well, I got a 10.
I will say you have an unbelievable way, I'm guessing here, that you enjoy doing this more than getting the 16 at the blackjack table. I think the moods might be a little different.
I guess.
Say you got a 16 against an ace, maybe 3 out of 5 hands. I think the mood's going to be a little different where here you can write a nice script, say, it's just like blackjack. I think the feelings are a little different, but it's all fun.
But it's the same idea.
I get it.
It's just that if you play basic strategy, blackjack, you take the card. And if you look at gambling the way I obviously do, and I've done this long enough, you know what it is. And this is where people can say, you can't just fade the public. That's not all it is. Obviously, I'm typically on sides the public isn't on. That's not sustainable. Okay, how many years in a row of high 50% do you want? I mean, I don't know. Fine, just you go win every bet you have, because that's how gambling Twitter works. Everyone sucks but you. Congrats on being 100%. That's fantastic. I'll be over here taking Miami, and I don't feel good about it. But I mean, I think that Baltimore is going to have Huntley. I hope for them. Otherwise, you have 2 teams with 3rd-string quarterbacks starting.
Yeah.
And that's not unheard of. I mean, look, quarterbacks get injured, and you end up with Connor Cook starting for the Raiders or something, right? I mean, that happened when Carr got hurt.
Joe Webb for the Vikings, remember him?
Sure. Who was it for the Texans a couple of years ago? TJ Yates.
Yater.
Ladies and gentlemen, TJ Yates.
Oof, Tar Heel.
What about, was it Ryan Lindley or something like that for the Cardinals?
Yeah, yes, you're right. Look at you.
So these things happen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a couple of potential 3rd stringers, and the Tua situation is like, man, there's so much scrutiny because of what's happened this year to him.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this is this unrelated conversation. But I mean, can he play this position? I mean, it's a violent game.
Yeah.
And if I mean, at some point, I just don't know that you can. Meaning him, not Miami. And can you count on him? I mean, him as a human being. He's a tough dude, man. He's demonstrated it over and over again. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And so that situation's an odd one. Lamar Jackson, when he went down against Denver, did anyone say that's probably it? No, it was, and because that organization is so buttoned up, so there was never any, hey, it's a PCL grade, whatever. Mm-hmm. It was just been this vague question mark. Yeah. And then Hasselbeck a couple weeks ago started saying, I don't think he's going to play. And at some point he said it last week on SportsCenter, like he's 1 game away, 1 week away, theoretically, from more money than he's ever made in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying he's not hurt. Please hear me say that, because I'm not saying he's not hurt. But if Baltimore's looking at him going, so you're that hurt? If they don't trust each other and they're getting ready to enter into some massive negotiation where he wants all this guaranteed money, how do you start your conversation from that place? And again, because they're so buttoned up organizationally, and because he doesn't have an agent, all we can really do is speculate. Which is why, on Thursday, as you and I talk, Lamar Jackson put out this statement just to let people know, here's the situation. It's just wild, isn't it?
It is. It's you explained it. No agent. Baltimore as tight as there is. When it comes to, I think, cohesiveness as an organization, respect the hell out of them. And that dynamic you don't have in the league anymore. With everybody trying to move up all the time, Baltimore doesn't have that. They have a great organization, and it's pretty. They have it at both sides are staying pretty firm on their sides of this. So yeah, and its totality, it makes. I mean, I look at the games come out when you're on the air, and we're trying to relay it to you. And I think the first time you got it was when we put up the full screen, and you're like, oh, okay, that's Sunday's games, huh? Alrighty, we'll get after it. But Super Wild Card, it does. I can't stand the format. I don't think you're asking. I don't think just the 1 seed should get buys. You're asking these. I mean, look what these owners have done in adding the game and adding, just throwing it right out there. Didn't take long to make that decision. You had extra game, and then you don't give yourselves give multiple teams buys. I don't like that, but it is what it is. These teams are going to line up. I'm actually really fired up for the Saturday night game in Jacksonville. So we got some fresh faces. I'm all about that. You mentioned the Lions. I would have loved to see them. If we're going to watch all these teams play that are around a 500 record, I want to see some fresh faces. So I'm actually really happy for Seattle and what they did this year. I picked them to have the worst record in the NFL. I know I did, and that backfired big time. And it started week 1 when they beat Russell Wilson. But I've said it feels like 2 months now, Scott. I don't think the majority of teams can win multiple playoff games that are playing this weekend. I think you have 4 teams that can win multiple playoff games, and that is the Bengals, the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Niners.
For Wild Card Round action, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the place to go. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get a no-sweat bet each day of the Wild Card Round this weekend. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SVP. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL and get $200 in free bets instantly. That's code SVP, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, here come the disclaimers. You ready? You must be 21 or older in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario and Ohio. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 free bet issued based on amount of initial losing NFL bet up to $10. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Before we move on, let's talk about our friends at 10,000. 10,000 is a men's performance activewear brand built for serious training. 10,000 is committed to making only the essential gear for men who prioritize function and simplicity. No BS, no gimmicks. They embody a stoic dedication to continuous improvement. Every day faster, every day stronger, every day better than yesterday. 10,000's collection is focused only on the essentials, delivering you everything you need and nothing you don't. Designed with function, durability, and minimalism in mind. Gear should function at the highest level, last forever, and go unnoticed so you can focus on getting back to your workout. 10,000 works with top strength and endurance athletes to co-design, test, and develop their gear so you know it's heavily vetted before they show up at your door. Gear up now and get 15% off your purchase. Go to 10,000.cc and enter SVP. That's TENTHOUSAND.cc. Enter code SVP to get 15% off. They offer free shipping, free returns, and a lifetime guarantee. Now get off your butt and get the highest quality, best fitting, and most comfortable training shorts you've ever worn from 10,000. SV Pod is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crimes or comedies, celebrity interviews, news, or even motivational speakers, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue, right? And guess what? Now you can call the shots on your auto insurance too. Enter the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. The Name Your Price tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way that it sounds. You tell Progressive Insurance how much you want to pay for your car insurance, and they'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you the options. Now that's something that you're going to want to press play on, huh? See what we did there? Made a little podcast punt. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to choose the best option for you fast. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com to try the Name Your Price tool for yourself and join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Cowboys played the worst game they played all year last week.
Yep.
All season long with Ryan Clark, Damian Woody, and Tim Hasselbeck, the NFL guys that are on weekly with me. I mean, we basically laughed at let's not let ourselves get to the playoff game with Tampa Bay and do that thing where we talk ourselves into, better watch out for Brady. Better keep an eye out there. Because Tampa Bay's felt like not a team you really need to be terribly concerned by all year. I mean, they just haven't. They've won some games, just rabbits out of hats late. All credit to them for figuring out how to win. They're not scary. And they're still not. What is scary for Dallas is what you did last week against Washington. Because Dak Prescott was horrendous. Horrendous. And they had their guys out there. So, I don't know. Some O-line issues. Pollard hadn't been great. Is Dallas better than Tampa Bay this year? I think they are. But I didn't take that game, make a selection in that game for winners because I wouldn't take Dallas. And all year long, I've just looked at Tampa Bay and said, no, thanks. So remember, kids, just because there's a posted line doesn't mean you have to have action. You're not obligated. Correct. So we're passing on that game. But that one's a wild one to me because, I mean, Dallas is good. Yeah, it's been good, but I can't tell you how bad they were last week if you didn't see it. They had 10 first downs and like 180 yards. And again, they didn't pull the starters like Tampa Bay did in the second half against Atlanta. I mean, they had guys out there, so you could just roll your eyes at me and go, who cares? It didn't matter. This week does. And you're right. You're right. I just think you'd like to carry a little bit more momentum into the postseason with you than that. But I don't know. The Giants-Minnesota game is interesting just because the Giants, Daniel Jones has been actually really good. Barnwell was on with us this week as he is every week. He's like,
I saw that.
He said, the reason I like the Giants is because of Daniel Jones. He said, I had to triple check my stats here, but in the last month, he's got the best QBR in the league.
And those were in must-win situations.
Correct. They were essentially playoff games because they're not here if they don't win some of those games down the stretch. Were they great? No, they weren't great. Nobody was at the end on the back end. And you're right, Steve. You've said that for 2 months. But Minnesota's got a negative point differential at 13-4, which is astounding. So, I don't know. It's just kind of an odd weekend.
No doubt.
Typically, wild card weekend has been a weekend where road teams and underdogs outperform. Last year, was not the case, and that's why I'm just terrified of the sides I had this week. So, I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch in the playoffs, man. You wait all year for it.
These 2 weeks, I've just been enamored every year when you get to these two. There's always a blowout. You got to find the blowout. And
have that side.
And have that side. You got it.
Like Buffalo last year didn't punt.
No. And, you mentioned San Francisco, weather could be an issue. Teams familiar with each other. Seattle hung with them. That was Purdy's first road start. Purdy has to be average at least in one game, doesn't he? This is amazing what he's done. It's a testament to the coaching staff. The defense has gotten lit up a couple times in the last 3 games. But that's a story there. Jacksonville Chargers, one of those guys is going to the second round, Lawrence or Herbert, which is great. Buffalo, it sure feels like that place is going to be a stew Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock.
I said on the show the other night when DeMar Hamlin was discharged from the hospital, and I haven't heard anything. I don't. This is no intel. If that dude walks out on the field on Sunday, I just can't fathom. I mean, as truly electrifying as Nyheim Hines returning the opening kickoff was, if number 3 walks out there on that field, man, I just can't imagine the emotion that would be represented if that were to happen. And again, I'm going to have Miami. What a dumb. Like, I don't have to. I could talk myself out of it, but I probably won't.
Yeah.
Anything else anything else playoff related you want?
I just think you talked about Dak. I just like if he plays like that and they lose. It's not going to be good.
No, Jones has already said McCarthy's fine, but I mean, if they look bad and they get beat, that guy's you know not always the most sort of.
I mean, that playoff history. Golly, I mean,
patient,
think about growing up and seeing them. I mean, those early '90 teams with Troy. I mean, good God, they were good.
But, they were a wrecking ball.
I mean, you saw them succeed, and now there's people. What is it? 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
A road playoff game that they've won. Like that's like kids are out of college. They've never seen it. That's all I grew up seeing.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy.
Right? Yeah. There's like whole generations of people that, like, Dallas is just a team that they talk about on television, but for what reason? I don't know. Because they used to be good.
Yeah,
it's wild, isn't it? I mean, it's
nuts. It's so nuts.
At some point, you need to flip that script.
All right, what else you got?
It's a topic that you and I have. I told you I wanted to talk about. I said, well, wait till college football ends. And then something happened this week that makes it something I want to get to this week, because Kentucky basketball is as big a brand name as there is in the sport. We can talk about blue bloods. We can talk about what that list is. That's always kind of fun. I mean, it's both Carolina schools, Carolina, Duke. It's Kansas for sure. It's Kentucky. And then it gets vague of who are the true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what this exercise is, so there's no need to go through it. But Kentucky's on it, and they're high on it. And as the SEC adds another title in football, and you focus on that league, it's a really good league. Alabama looks the part, man. They got some dudes. They just went and won at Arkansas on the road on Wednesday. That was a big one. They're good. Oates has got it. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
The game before that, Bama played Kentucky and beat them by 26 points. And Kentucky's 10-5. They don't have a good win on their resume. When they played ranked teams, they've gotten beat badly. And they welcome South Carolina to Rupp Arena. In the game prior to this for South Carolina, they got beat worse than Kentucky got beat by Alabama. In fact, South Carolina lost by 43 points to Tennessee. South Carolina's a 20-point dog. They went into Rupp and they beat Kentucky. And so now what you have are people asking the question / writing the column. What's Kentucky do? Is it time? Like Jeff Goodman wrote, that basically it's time for the divorce here. Like they just need to figure it out. Essentially, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to get it wrong, but I think basically Goodman was saying, like, Kentucky needs to hope Texas wants them, but why would they at 63?
Yeah.
Goodman had some quotes from like anonymous rival coaches saying the game's passed him by and the offense is terrible. And it's like, all right, look, everybody's lining up to take their shots now. I get it. But let's do what I always try to do and push that to the side and just be reasonable. This isn't what Kentucky's supposed to be, man.
No.
And last year they were a 2. We all know what happened against St. Peter's. It was lightning in a bottle, and St. Peter's rode that lightning all the way damn near to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary from the Peacocks. The year before that, Kentucky was awful. Like 9-16 or something, and didn't make the tournament. The year before that, there was no tournament. And so now you have arguably the most passionate fan base in college sports. That's a fun conversation too. Because there's a bunch of college football fan bases that be like, excuse me? Well, Big Blue Nation doesn't take a backseat to many when it comes to passion for their school. And now people are like, I mean, you want to run him? All right. I mean, he's got a lifetime contract. You'll find the money, blah, blah, blah. It's Kentucky, so your job would be coveted. But where I'm landing here is with a question. is that really the right? Is that an appropriate place to be if you're Kentucky right now?
I don't think so. I think there's been too much good. How I never thought he got enough credit for being his coaching skills, doing what he's done with some underachieving teams and then making a run in March. It's kind of balanced out. But, he did have the team that who did they the year Nerlens Noel, that team wasn't good. And they go to the NIT and they lost to
Robert Morris.
So, there's good in there. There's obviously, the one title, and that's what this sport has become. And I'm always a believer in a Final Four is an unbelievable season. But when you want to be with those other teams that get there, what feels like every other year, when you talked about the teams prior, you got to man up. But, it's the middle of the season. You got to roll up your sleeves and see what you got here. There's no giving up. There's no firing him right now. Does absolutely nothing.
No, I don't think that's the suggestion. It's just the idea that you're talking about. Should Kentucky move on from John Calipari? Is just that in and of itself is like, wow. Imagine that. Imagine being in that place. But the thing that's happening is they continue to recruit at this incredibly high level, and next year they got a bomb squad. All right, but you know what? And I'm trying to open it up here, and I'm not. It doesn't. I'm not able to get the screen to open up, which is always awesome. I'm trying to remember the guys they had from the 9-16 team, but they had like 5 top 50 people.
And see, that's where
they get that every year now. And then you could ask yourself, and Duke, I wonder if Duke is going to deal with it this year for the first time, where they look around like, we don't have anyone that's got a lot of experience other than Roach. And at some point you kind of need men as opposed to teenagers.
Yes.
Like you need some, but in this case, Kentucky would just go, we have Oscar Tshiebwe, who's the reigning Naismith Player of the Year, who stayed. And I mean, they've got a guy who's been around, who was got the biggest prize in the sport last year as the best player.
Yeah.
So you have that. It's just really a wild concept that when they've recruited really, really well and get 5 or 6 new dudes who leave for the league, whether they're good or not, and that's not specific to Kentucky, that's just the way it goes.
No, yeah.
The South Carolina loss, I just could not believe, because guess what this weekend? Remember that Tennessee team who beat South Carolina by 43? That's who Kentucky plays this weekend in Knoxville. Buckle up.
That's what I wanted to talk about, was just the idea. Like, you mentioned Duke. Like, I watch Duke every game, and this Derek Lively is the #1 player in that class. This guy, he's not that good. It's just flat out. Now listen, Duke took him. Duke took Whitehead too, and Kentucky took their guys. But the assessment of these guys in these rankings is crazy to me. We talked about a couple of weeks ago watching Alabama, and you ran down the class of where he was, and he's been as good as a player there is in the whole sport. From Alabama. Why am I blanking on his name?
Who, Miller?
Yes. I mean, you want to talk about special, and a guy that shows up and you say he's a freshman and you're like, what? But the assessment of these players, that's what really scares me. If somebody thought Lively was the best player in the country, I haven't seen anything close to it. I think he's averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds a game. Was hurt to start the year, but 12 minutes last night, fouls out. They're in a dicey situation against Pitt. I don't know if Duke's going to win another game this month, especially the way they're playing. You mentioned Roach, they need him, but the idea of these number rankings next to these guys and then seeing them do it, I just don't see it. It's really, really intriguing to me.
Part of what happens, and then we're going to get real in the weeds here on the recruiting, and that probably doesn't interest people, but it happens in football a lot. If let's say Maryland, NC State, and Indiana are offering a guy, and he's a 3-star, and then he goes to a camp and blows up, and Penn State offers him, And then, whoa, Ohio State offers him. Well, now all of a sudden he's a high 4-star because the people that do the recruiting are like, he must be good.
Yeah.
Now, I shouldn't do that voice because it as if it's their job to know 200,000 high school players. But you get a recruiting bump based on that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's certain, it happens to a degree with basketball.
College football, if Alabama offers you, you're a 5-star.
I mean,
it happens.
Yeah. Because people figure Nick's not messing around with somebody that's a bum.
Yep.
But in basketball, it's different. There aren't nearly as many players. The recruiting rankings are, I think, typically pretty good. And I mean, again, that year that they were like 9 and 16, they had it's all 4 and 5 stars. That's all it was. Carolina was the same that year too, and they weren't any good.
Yep.
And I remember doing something on SportsCenter about that, about like Kentucky and Carolina have combined had like 8 top 50 players, and neither one of them was any good. And part of this is that, but again, you have Sheboy back. Part of these articles that I'm reading, his offense is outdated. He hasn't done anything new lately. And now it's just a pile on where everyone's taking shots at Cal and saying this, that, and the other. Yo, we hope he goes to Texas. Somebody was in Rupp the other night. Please go to Texas with a sign. And I'm not going to do the wag my finger at Kentucky and say, be careful, because if that job ever came open, I presume you could get anyone you wanted, but I don't know, because North Carolina and Duke came open and they both hired someone that had never coached a game, which is incredible to me when you think about it. Shire and Hubert Davis had never been head coaches. They got Carolina and Duke. So I don't know who would get it. If feels like everybody just needs to take a deep breath and try to be reasonable. That's not necessarily the strength of passionate college fan bases. But I also think it's reasonable to say if you've looked at them, they're just not very good. If you've watched them play, they're just not great. The good news is this year in college basketball, I don't think anyone is. UConn got to, I think, 1. They've lost 3 Big East games all on the road to I saw them all. They lost to Xavier, they lost to Marquette, and I'm forgetting whoever the one was in the middle. But I watched it. Providence, that's who it was.
Yes.
That's not a crime, any of them. It's hard to win on the road. But if you're number 1, you probably win one of those games. Well, they didn't. I watched Purdue. I watched them lose at home to Rutgers. And I like Purdue a lot. Everyone knows I love Painter. I just haven't seen a truly great team this year. I love Houston because they've got men. They've got absolute men on that team. Shed, Sasser, Sampson was all mad last night because they were close to South Florida. They won. I liked them at the start of the year. I still do. But no one's great. No one. So Kentucky's got time to find it. I don't know that they're gonna.
Totally agree.
I don't know that they're gonna. And then you got to figure out what you guys want to do down there.
Yeah.
Big Blue Nation.
We saw him in person. I went to see him again last week. I think Coach Cronin's got a team that wants to be heard from too.
Yeah. I mean, we certainly got an eye full in College Park when they came in, and it was like 60-20 or something. They're absolutely Final Four good. Absolutely.
Big 12 is great.
Fantastic.
I mean, last night, TCU Texas was incredible. The night before that, Kansas coming back against Oklahoma. We got Kansas K-State Tuesday night, winning coach to join SportsCenter after. I'm fired up for that one in the Little Apple. That is going to be good. I got to dive in and do some K-State watching. I have not caught them much, but that place will be bananas for KU coming in, and both teams, I think, with 1 loss right now.
Yeah, Coach Tang was on the Baylor bench for like 19 years, got a chance, goes to K-State. Marquise Noel is their point guard. He's awesome. And a really cool story, if you follow college basketball at all, Keontae Johnson was at Florida and was arguably, he was like first team All SEC. And then he had an episode where he collapsed on the court. It was terrifying. And he didn't play again for the remainder of that year, and went in a portal. And now he's at Kansas State, and it's awesome to see him. They let off the show the other night. He had an alley-oop from Noel in a really good game with Oklahoma State. That's the best league in the country, I think. Like when the bottom of your league is West Virginia, Texas Tech, and Baylor. If that's the bottom of your league, I mean, with respect, they don't have like a Georgetown, and that's a whole other topic. I had Georgetown written. Kentucky's Kentucky, but the Georgetown story is this, they haven't won a Big East game since they won the tournament. That was 3 years ago. It's Georgetown. The Georgetown Hoyas. They haven't won a Big East game since the 2021 year. 2020 year.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I have one last thing, just keeping an eye on this one for tonight.
Okay.
This will be dated by the time people listen. But the Boston Bruins, just as a general rule, don't lose games. They've played 40. They've won 32.
Wow.
They have not lost a single game at home that they played just 60 minutes. They lost a couple of shootouts, but they have not lost in regulation. The Kraken, who come in riding a 6-game winning streak, currently lead 2-0 heading to the third. So again, when you listen to this, you'll know the outcome.
Yeah.
I don't know it now, but it feels worthy of mention just that they're trailing, because mostly Boston only wins games. It's just insane what they are doing. Played 40, won 32.
Incredible. And I mean, the goals they score is high scoring games. Every which way they get the job done. It's been awesome to watch for sure.
Dude, Pasta, pay the man. That's anytime you mention all Bruin fans who just want to say pay the man, pay Pasta.
Dude.
Give that man his money. They should. But anyway, it's 2-0 Kraken. Sports Center follow. We'll have the highlight. Go ahead.
I do want to say thank you to you. One of the nights you ended the show, I guess you said, if you see Stanford Steve, say hi to him. And day of the championship game, I'm walking into the stadium early. We got early. We're starting TV, 10 a.m. local time. I walk into the stadium probably like 7 a.m. And, the yellow coat security people are lining up. It starts raining. It's a brutal day out. So everybody's in like an overhang area. And I get about 10 guys in yellow coats, just enormous fans of the show, all run over like fist bump. Scott said, if we see you, say hi. And they all came over.
Those are our people.
And it was great. Georgia and TCU people were awesome. That stadium is immaculate. Oh, my Lord. It is so nice, even though the rain does come in on the side. But it's really, really cool, because when you drive by it, you see the overhang, and you're like, that's not that big. But when you walk into the stadium, you're at the top of it, and it's all the way into the ground. It's a really, really good setup.
How does it rain inside? I don't understand.
So it's covered, like
only not.
But like the overhang goes way over the end zone and outside the stadium. So that's where the wind comes in. The overhang goes out, and that's how hard it was how hard the wind was blowing. It was blowing the rain. It had to be a couple hundred yards from where that opening is, and it was blowing it in sideways.
Oh, it looks like a beautiful spot. What was the final accounting on 3x3s?
9 patties.
So that's 3.
Yeah. Not in one sitting.
Understood.
3 different days.
Again, we've covered the in and out ratio. 1 double, not enough. 2, too many. That is why the 3x3 is perfect.
Yeah.
There was breaking news on that. Apparently they're moving to Nashville. Hey, in and out. If you can move to Nashville, you can keep coming east.
Keep coming.
What's the regional scarcity? I get it. It makes people that get to your part of the world seek you out. Okay, cool. But if you come east, we'll find you. I promise we will. And I even like your fries.
I do too.
Put a lot of salt.
Got to eat them first. Got to eat them first.
Lots of salt.
And throw a couple on the 3x3.
See, I don't put food on food. Sort of my Primanti Brothers story.
No, we don't have to go into that.
Nope, we don't. I hope everybody in Pittsburgh's doing all right. And that'll do her.
Sounds good.
Thanks to Kirby Smart and Stetson Bennett for coming out and spending some time with us after their win the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Stanford Steve, for coming back home. We missed you.
We're here.
You're back slumming with you
in the flesh.
Back slumming with your old pal Scott. We'll see y'all next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
What if I told you in Iran, women are banned from going to soccer games?
Mom, take the ball. I love you.
For 43 years, Iranian women have fought back.
Police pushed us. Troops.
This is their story.
The joy was forbidden.
What is the meaning of that?
That is how they control you.
I'm Shimol Yai. Listen to the new 30 for 30 podcast, Pink Card. Available now.
Alright. We did it. Finally. So, I got my rewards. So,
it's just been forced to take and bought to take the 2 sneakers.
yeah, that was great.
As opposed to tie on the ground. Well, has he got the snookers?
Let's see here. How do I go to... Is it inventory? Yes, it is. Horn the Lizard, a paint job, and a Lone Star Longhorn cabin accessory. You can actually sell these, but why would I do that? I don't need to. So, that's it. This stream's exactly 3 hours, so that's perfect. It's now 1:30. I'm tired. I'm gonna head on out. Next time I'll stream this game will be, since we're approaching the 7-year anniversary of this game. It came out February 2nd. This game, it'll be, Thursday the 2nd. So I might do it on the 4th, Saturday the 4th. Yeah. Let's see here. February 2nd was on a Tuesday.
Going through the motions a little bit here. This was the blue obviously went in, that was a problem, and it also got the black into a worse position to get the snoopers.
Okay.
Trying to get the black into play there.
So probably 3 weeks from now, less than 3 weeks. So yeah, again, I apologize for streaming this game too much, just because they got 2 events happening at the same time, and they're ending at the same time. So I gotta stream or upload other games for once, you know. I gotta get back into those. But obviously, you can tell this is my favorite game ever. But you know, I do play this game a lot, but there will be times, there are times where I would take a break of playing this game, and I won't play this game for like 3 weeks or a month, you know, so that happens once in a while. So I don't play this game every night. I don't really play games every night. For entertainment, I will just watch YouTube videos, you know, So look, I mentioned Bus Driver earlier. It's an old game, but it would be cool if I would do a video or live stream this, something like that. And I will, you know, this is one of the original games that I played as a kid, along with these 2 18 Wheels of Steel games. Yeah, I played these 2 a lot when I was a kid. It was so addicting. The old version of Truck Simulator. And all those games, all these games, except for Truck Simulator, used to be or are still on Wild Tangent Games. Oh, and not the WWE. That doesn't count either. So yeah, I got all the games I can think of that are or used to be on Wild Tangent Games that are also on Steam. So Burger Shop and Burger Shop 2. I played these 2 a lot when I was a kid as well, even though I've never made a video of these games. Fade, of course, y'all seen me play this, stream it. Hotel Dash, used to play this game a lot. Oh, and Hunting Unlimited 2010. Back when I had my laptop, I remember streaming this game on my birthday in 2021, a few months before I got this new computer. So, I was really addicted to this game too. Pizza Frenzy. Wow, you only need... Wow, it barely takes any space. Wedding Dash 2, Rings Around the World, but they don't have Wedding Dash 1 for some reason. Zuma Deluxe, it's a puzzle game, and Zuma's Revenge. So yeah, all these games, or almost all these games, I played a lot when I was a kid, so... One day, I will do videos or streams of these games, just to relive the memories, you know, the nostalgia. You know, we all have that feeling. So... I think that's it, guys, so thank you for watching, and have a great night. And, I gotta make a channel update video to tell you what's next, so... Till then, good night.